Hey, today's October 6th, 2024, and finishing up some acoustic ceiling I'm doing. So here's the mat. I've already cut out a little bit, so what it is, I just cut some 3-inch length strips, and then I'm putting them in my door. There's really no science on how many strips to fix the strips or whatever, but so that's what I'm doing. So these are about 3 inches thick and about 5 inches apart or so. And did four strips for the doors. And then I did another strip in the back corner window. There, and then the second one. Right there. And then same for the other side. And then I'm also in the process of putting in my windows, which is why I wanted to get this done. So if you're installing these, when you're done, just make sure you get in there and get everything nice and cleaned out. Vacuum it out, get all the dust out of there, and make sure you have no debris. All your plugs, your drain door holes are clean, and otherwise you have to get back in there again when the window's in there. And it's just a big pain in the butt. And the way I did that with my vacuum wasn't too bad. I actually just attached, I get a little 1/2-inch irrigation tubing, and then adapter to the vacuum cleaner, and I just put a little like a little cheap brush at the end. That way you can sweep and get in the corners with it. And that worked out pretty good. And then I'm going to work on the roof. So I'll put some strips along the roof too as well. I got some of the acoustic matting on there already. So actually the method that I'm doing is a little conventional. Best way to do it is when you get it unraveled, a roller would work best. I don't have one. I forgot it, and I didn't want to go home because I was lazy. So I just use a large socket. That's it. And it glides pretty smoothly along there to get nice and flat. So right now I'm doing thin strips. Some people may wonder why I'm not doing the whole thing. It already has some foam between the roof and the framing here. So it already has a good solid vibration. So I'm doing this just to keep a little heat down, and just doing strips. So basically I've already cut it to length. So I've got my width here and then the length here. And as I'm doing this piece here and this piece here. What I usually do is just peel back. Now the larger piece you have, the harder it is to work with, so that's the reason why I'm doing small pieces. So I just little, not much, not like that or so. All right. And then use this paper as a thickness so it doesn't stick all the way, and then just line it up where you want it. All right, stick it on there, make your piece, give it a good hard push. Now if you had a roller, it'd be much easier, but you want to get all the air gaps out you can. All right, so now that that's done, then just peel back a little bit at a time, like that, and slowly just work your way. A little bit of time. It is hot and it is over your head, so yes. I did the same process with the doors too as well. So you just cut your length, get your width, get your position, peel that piece off, and then just a little bit at a time. And this stuff works best when it's nice and warm. When I bought it in the box, it was all rolled up. So what you want to do is you want to unroll it and put it in the sun, flatten it out. That way the sun can kind of melt it down and get it nice and flat for you. And then once it's really hot, then it's flat and you're ready to go with it. Then pull it back in the shade. That way when you go to cut it, it's not gummy and doesn't gum up your knife when you go to cut it. That way it's stiffened up a little bit, but still nice and warm on a nice warm day. The glue works. All right. That's it. And that is it. So the same process, I'll continue and then go towards the front. And that's it. And then just before you, I've already cleaned up, so before, make sure you get a good towel, wipe it down, get it wet, wipe it down, and then dry it off. Because if it's dusty or dirty, what it does is it'll just stick to the dust, and then it'll peel right off. So especially the roof, you want to make sure that's nice and clean, and go to good adhesion because that's the hottest part of the car. All right, so we'll just I'll keep moving forward, but I'll show you the last. All right, moving forward, and then now that we're at the front of the car, we've got an odd shape. So what I did was I just got a piece of cardboard and did myself a little template. It's nice, right up in there, and the reverse piece, set backwards, should be exactly the same. All right, so I got my piece, and then I'll cut that out. All right, there we go, all done. All right, again, so I did the roof, and then I did the doors, I did the quarter panels, and then the other door, and that's it. And then out of that one full roll, I have just this much left over. So if you're curious on how much it takes, where's the product that I use? I use this stuff here. This is at one of my local stores. You know, it's a lot cheaper than the Dyno Mat, but the quality isn't as good. But again, I'm not going for a souped up car. It's just stock, so there's not going to be a whole lot of heat. I'm just looking for just a little bit of noise reduction, and that's kind of it. So if you want to use that product, I like it. It works great. The sticking peels off really easy. It adheres really well. I did this last winter, and it's been great. It hasn't come off. I've been on top of it, working on it, and it's just solid. Works great. And then this is the same product except it has a foil surface to it. This is just the gray matting, which I use for sound deadening and the heat. And then the foil stuff should have a little bit higher temperature and reflect most of the heat on the roof. All right, that's it. So hopefully my next video is the windows. I'm going to get the window cranks and the windows in all the two doors and the corner panels. But I think that's it for today. It's 100 plus, so I'm getting pretty toasty. Thanks.